Om Shanti everyone. Good morning. So today's Murli is dated 31st of March 2010 and the title is Stay in the self-respect of being an ancestor and a worship-worthy soul and sustain everyone with your mind and give sakaash to the whole tree. Today, Bapdada is looking at all his souls everywhere who are the ancestors and worship-worthy souls. You consider yourselves to be ancestor souls, do you not? Where do worship-worthy souls live? Bring your tree in front of you and look at where your place is in that. You know that the place of you ancestors is at the roots. You are in the roots of the tree and also in the trunk. So the whole tree receives sustenance through the roots. You are the ancestors who sustain and give sakaash to all the branches, twigs, and leaves of the whole tree. Together with being ancestors, that is Purvaj, you're also worthy of worship. Even the last leaf receives sakaash through the trunk. Do you experience yourselves to be those who give sakaash to the whole tree? Do you have that intoxication of being the ancestors who give sakaash to all the souls who are the branches, twigs, and leaves? Just as Father Brahma is said to be the great-great-grandfather, so you, his children, his companions, are also master great-great-grandfather. Souls of the whole tree are attracted to you ancestor souls. You ancestor souls sustain them with your powers. The Father sustained all of you ancestor souls. How did he do that? With all the powers. Similarly, in terms of you being the ancestors, you are the ones who sustain them with your powers. Nowadays, you can see that all souls are unhappy. They are calling out to their special deities. Come and protect us. Give us peace. Give us power. O ocean of forgiveness, ancestors, sustain us. Can you, ancestor souls, hear this sound in your ears? Do you have the experience of being the ancestors? Look at the whole tree, because all the souls of other religions are the branches and twigs of the tree, and they too look at you with that vision. You are their ancestors too. Whenever you meet souls of any religion, do you consider them to be the branches and twigs of your own tree? When they meet you, they consider you to belong to them. Those souls have the feeling of you belonging to them, and they should also have that feeling. Do you have that much intoxication and feeling of mercy within you? They are crying in distress. Have mercy. So now, according to the time, all of you ancestor souls have to sustain them through the mind with the powers. So Baba is asking us, can we hear the sound of mercy from the souls, irrespective of the religion? Even in our life, in our everyday life, whether we are going by cab, we are doing our work, we meet people from different religion. And before coming to this knowledge, some of us, or maybe each one of us, had some uh, probably prejudices or ideas about other religion, or because we did not look at the other person as a soul. But after coming to knowledge, we do look at them as souls. And through our power, through our purity and good intentions, are we sustaining them? Are we giving them the sakaash? Because times are so hard that each one of us, each one is going through very difficult phases. So definitely we can do our bit. And by keeping Baba with us, we can give them the sakaash, we can give them service in any different ways. So now, according to the time, all of you ancestor souls have to sustain them through the mind with the powers. They need this now to the extent that you maintain the intoxication of being an ancestor. To the extent those souls will be sustained by you. Generally, in Lokik life too, one is sustained by one's elders. They are the ones who provide and make arrangements for food and drink for one's body and study, which is a source of income. Just as the Father has sustained all of you children with different powers, in the same way, it is your duty, all the branches, twigs, and leaves of the whole tree. Do you ancestor souls have such enthusiasm? Do you have the intoxication that you're also the worthy of worship souls? So even in our Lokik life too, Baba is reminding that we are sustained by elders, by our parents, grandparents, and other than giving us values, they make all the arrangements, this for a body, for studying. Similarly, with the powers that Baba has given us, and we recognizing those, it is definitely our duty to sustain all of the souls who come in contact with us by having this thought that we are the ancestor souls. Look within the whole drama. No great soul or founder of religion is worshipped with discipline in the same way as you souls are. Your worship is according to discipline. Doing your arti, a form of worship with deepaks on a plate, and offering bhog. No one else is worshipped in this way. The way you're remembered and the way your praises sung are also according to discipline. No one is remembered in this way. So as well as being ancestors, you're also worthy of worship. No one else in the whole drama is worshipped or remembered in the same way as you are. So seeing you worship worthy and ancestor souls, Bap Dada is so pleased. The song is repeatedly being played in the Father's heart. Vah, my ancestors of the whole tree and worship worthy souls, Vah. Nowadays, Bap Dada wants to see all of you children in form of your self-respect. This is your Swaman. of being equal to the Father, complete and perfect. For that, you children have to keep one thing in your attention. Bap Dada has seen that although all of you children are making very good effort, each one of you has to add the word sada constantly to that effort. You have to pay attention to this. Bap Dada is asking you children, just as Bap Dada sees all of you children in form of your elevated self-respect, in the same way, do you also consider yourselves to have such elevated self-respect? What do you say in response? We do stay in that stage. This is our aim. You even raise your hands. However, then slowly you say, it is sometimes. So Bap Dada now wants you to finish the word sometimes. Because the time of completion is now coming close. And who is going to bring that close? Children, ask the Father. Baba tells us the time of how long. How many more years remain? 20 years, 16 years, 10 years? The Father then asks the children, who is going to bring the time close? Will the Father alone do that? The Father carried out establishment. Did he do that alone? He created the sacrificial fire. Did he do that without you Brahmins? The Father is with the children. Children also say, Baba, we are with you now and we will return home with you. So let's take a few seconds of pause, being this awareness that we are with Baba and we will return home with him. The Father is telling you children, the ones who are going to bring the time close, you yourselves have to fix the date. Who is going to fix the date? The Father or both? You and the Father? Today is the last meeting of this season. Bap Dada saw that even the children now want to go to their kingdom. You continue to sing the song in your mind. We have to return home. We now have to return home. We now have to make the return journey. For this, Bap Dada has also told you earlier, keep yourself busy in one or another service all the time. Bap Dada has seen that all the children even now have the interest and the zeal and enthusiasm in service. Bap Dada hears very good service news. However, in order for you to move forward at a fast speed, Bap Dada is especially drawing the attention of you children. Do not serve just through words. When you are doing service, do 3 types of service at the same time. giving sakaash through your mind. Give knowledge with words and in deeds that is in connection and relationship. Do such service through your face that creates an impact in service at the same time. Do 3 types of service at the same time because souls now want there to be some difference in service, that something should change. So can you do 3 types of service at the same time? Can you do it? Do you check that you're serving through words? Service is also taking place through your mind and through your deeds. So another very important point that Baba is reminding us, whenever we are doing service, whether it's at the center, in our own Lokik life, wherever we are, it's not just only through words or just doing the action, but what is our intention behind that? Do we have the Saaf Dil while doing it? Are we also serving them through our face? That is Harshit Mukta and contentment. Are we doing that? Because whenever, it's not always we're able to talk. Sometimes it's just a journey and the other person is sitting. We're not able to maybe communicate much. But a big smile with the right intentions, by this purity, even that is enough to serve that person. And then maybe 1 or 2 words, if we speak, that itself creates an impact. Because already we have sent the vibrations through our mind. So when we do that deed, it brings great results. So Baba is asking us to check. Does it take place at the same time? Those who feel that they are doing all 3 types of service, raise your hands. You do all 3 types of service. Acha, very few in the first row are raising your hands. Why? Are those in the first row still thinking? Do those from Madhuban do this? Those from Madhuban, raise your hands. If you do this, that is the 3 types of service at the same time, then raise your hands. All 3 types of service at the same time. So now, attention please, not sometimes. What happens? You do service, but there should also be contentment within the self and with your companions, because the fruit of service is contentment and happiness. Therefore, check. You did service, but as you were told earlier, there is happiness in service when you yourself, your companions, and the atmosphere are in the vibrations of contentment. You have been told of 3 things in particular for success in service. You must be remembering them. Firstly, service means consciousness of being an instrument, nimit bhav. Secondly, the feeling of humility, bhavna. Thirdly, pure and sweet words. Consciousness, intentions, that is bhav, feelings, bhavna, and nature, swabhav. When there are these all together in service, then you yourself will be content your companions will be content, and those whom you serve will also continue to move forward. Therefore, those who have the consciousness of being an instrument will forge their relationship with the Father. If there isn't the consciousness of being an instrument, they won't come close to the Father. So whenever you do service, check whether your intentions, feelings, and nature were accurate. So another checking point Baba is giving us while doing service, any type of service. What are our intentions? Are we doing it with full faith in Baba? This feeling that I'm just an instrument, and with complete faith and surrendering to Baba, not asking any questions wherever Baba is taking us, whatever type of service he wants us to do. Just having the full nishchay that Baba is making use of me as an instrument, and I, the instrument, have to serve the souls. And this feeling just brings us very close to Baba, because always feeling is there that I'm merely an instrument. And with this, our intentions and feelings and nature, everything falls in place. With one Father, with just that consciousness, there's success in service, because automatically we start feeling the true contentment and happiness. You have to make efforts to be happy. Success in service is to receive the fruit of contentment and happiness. Together with this, Bab Dada is giving a signal for one thing. While walking and moving along, and while being in a gathering, there is always someone or another with you in service. So look at one another in the form of a soul. You do look at one another in the form of a soul. You must practice that too. But when you look at the soul, do you look at the soul in form of his original sanskars? Or do you also see the mixed sanskars of the soul? You have passed in seeing others as souls, but with which sanskars do you see those souls? Do you come in connection with those souls with their original sanskars? Or do the present sanskars also come in front of you? So the Father says, from today, firstly, look at anyone in the form of a soul, but look at the soul with the form of his original sanskars. Then all the things that sometimes happen among yourselves will also not happen. At present, you look at the soul, but whatever the present sanskars of the soul are, they also come in the front. Therefore, there is a gap in the perfect stage that there should be with one another. So look at the soul with his original sanskars. Then this obstruction that comes in the gathering will also finish. So another point which Baba is giving all of us, that yes, we do see the other person as souls, but what do we first see? Do we see their original sanskars? He or she is a pure soul with those divine qualities, or Do the present sanskars still bother us during their interaction while thinking about them? This Brahmin family is an elevated family. There is great praise of the family. You will not find this godly family again and again. You find this godly family only once in the whole cycle. Throughout the whole cycle, you will not find such a huge family. To know the speciality of the family and to move along with the family is also a huge subject. You have been told earlier too that the foundation of this knowledge is faith, and that there are 4 things in this faith. The father, dada, is included in that, then faith in the knowledge, faith in the drama, and faith in the family. You are those who have faith in the intellect, and so you have become easy effort makers. Just as you have faith in Bab Dada, so it is essential to have faith in the family. What do you do when you're packing something? You make it tight on all 4 sides. If you do not make it tight on even one side, it would rattle. In the same way, the father, the knowledge, and within the knowledge, the drama in particular, and the family. If all 4 things are not strong, then there will be obstacles. You'll have to pay attention to overcoming the obstacles. Therefore, recognition of the family, love for the family, and to understand one another. These are absolutely essential. So in the same month, that is in May, we had a Murli when Baba was talking about the faith and how just faith in the Father is not, and drama is not enough. But it is important to have good wishes, good feelings, and being cooperative towards the family. So Baba is again emphasizing the same point, that is recognizing the family and absolutely and unconditionally loving them. You are ancestors. You are worthy of worship. And so you have to put these things into yourself and your companions. No matter what your children are, you are number-wise. However, the special task of the Brahmin family is to give blessings and to receive blessings. Some children say, others get angry. How would they take blessings? They would not take blessings. They would get angry. Bab Dada says, okay, if because of their sanskars, they're giving bad wishes, and you wish to give them blessings, but because they are giving bad wishes, if they are giving bad wishes, who is the one who is taking them? Is it you or the other person who is taking them? They are the ones who are giving, and you are the one who is taking. So why did you accept their bad wishes? If you look at souls in the form of their original sanskars, you will have mercy. Keep yourself safe. Do not accept their bad wishes because you are the one who takes. Do not give and do not take those. Bab Dada is now giving you homework for today and for the time until Baba comes next. Whenever you look at another soul in the form of soul, do not look at the soul in form of the present sanskars. When you say soul, look at the soul in the form of his original sanskars. When you come in relationship with that soul, or look at that soul, then look at that soul with that vision. Then these obstacles that come, which do not allow your effort to become intense, will not come. If you change your attitude and vision now, then the situations will finish. Whatever situations you see of souls, Bab Dada has told you earlier too, it is also the constant duty of each one of you in the Brahmin family to have good wishes and pure feelings, and also to take good wishes and pure feelings. Look at the souls with those sanskars and move along in that way. So Baba has now given us the homework, a very important one. By changing our attitude and vision towards looking at the souls in only their original sanskar and not their acquired ones. Okay, so in the interest of time, we will stop here for today. And let's take a few moments of silence, and then we shall share our takeaways from today's Murli. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. We can unmute ourselves and share any takeaway from today's Murli.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Good morning, everyone. Very beautiful Murli. And my Baba says, while doing service, we need to check whether we are whether we are conscious of being an instrument. First, that is nimit, and the second is whether we are doing it with the feeling of humility, that is bhavna, and the third is whether we are doing it with pure and sweet words. Om Shanti.
Shanti.
Baba also says need to do service with contentment, because the fruit of service is contentment and happiness. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Am I audible?
Yes, sister.
Yeah. Beautiful Murli. Like when you were sharing that Baba is asking us to do seva. So sometimes we are not in the position to do seva through our words, but definitely we are in the position to do seva through listening. So Baba is teaching us how to listen empathetically and giving us, method also wherein we are listening and how we are listening. Firstly, we are in our consciousness of being soul, and secondly, feeling, and thirdly, the sanskar. And through this, we can definitely listen other soul empathetically. And also Baba is telling us that you are in your consciousness in soul. And once I was, I don't know, I have listened it from somewhere or it's in Baba's Murli, that while you look at the soul, don't look directly at his eyes. Look at the center of the forehead. By doing this, you are not going to involve into his action. So that was the beautiful method I really learned, and practicing also. Yes, I do forget. That's another part, but it reminds me of being soul, myself, and the other person also as a soul, and looking at his original sanskar instead of the present one. Thank you, Baba. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing this very beautiful point, Sonia Behan, and very beautiful sharing in terms of not looking in the eyes, but the center of forehead. That's something I'm going to take away with me. And also yes, sister.
No, yeah, please carry on, please.
And the point which you shared about listening with empathy, it's so important. And I remember listening to one of the classes where Didi was sharing that with just our empathetic listening, as you correctly said, sometimes souls come for some solution or samadhan, but just with our empathetic listening, they get their answers, or jo samadhan, as we say. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share. You go ahead, sister.
Yeah, the beautiful point while listening this point, when they shared that we should look directly at the forehead instead of in the eyes. So when I did this, I found that there is no difference. There is that other soul would not be able to find the difference whether we are looking at them or not, because looking directly in the forehead is looking in the eyes itself. When I tried this, so it was beautiful. Otherwise, we see that somebody is looking at somewhere else. But when you are focusing between the eyes, in the forehead, then she or he would not be able to ascertain where we are looking, because we are at the center of the point, Atma center. That is beautiful point. I felt it.
Yes, true. Yes, anyone else would like to share anything?
Om Shanti, sister.
Shanti.
Today, Baba says that service should serve through face, sister. Not only through actions, also through your face. Thank you, sister.
Thank you. Yeah.
Om Shanti.
Shanti, Seema Ben.
So what Prithvi sister said, I would like to complete it like Baba is saying, do 3 types of service at the same time. Mansa Vacha Karmana, through your mind, through your words, and also through your deeds. So give sakaash through your mind, give knowledge with words, and in deeds, that is in connection and relationship. Do such service through your face, that also creates an impact in service at the same time. So 3 types of service at the same time, because souls now want there to be some difference in service, that something should change. So Baba today is telling us that stay in the self-respect of being an ancestor, Purvaj, old soul, and a worship-worthy Pujya, Purvaj and Pujya soul. Purvaj and Pujya, I think, is in rage, but ancestors, yes, we are when we are in incorporeal stage with Baba. And sustain everyone with your mind, and give sakaash to the whole tree. So the kalpvriksh, the tree, the the entire family tree, we need to give sakaash like this through mind, through words, and through deeds. And the homework that Baba has given us, that have good wishes and pure feelings for everyone, and give blessings and take blessings. Om Shanti.
Shanti. Anyone else would like to share anything, any experience? Sukumaran Bhai, Madhu Behan, Inder Bhai, Ami Behan, Shivani Behan.
Upper your voice is very low.
Can you hear me now?
Can you make it louder?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yes. While I was reading the Murli, the homework which Baba gave, it was a big takeaway for me, where Baba talks about seeing the other person in their original sanskar, and that's something which I feel is not practicing enough. Your old judgments or prejudices come in way at times, but I've also seen that when the prejudices, the judgments, and looking beyond the acquired sanskars definitely makes a lot of change in the other soul's life. And also we feel that lightness because we're just seeing the other person in their original self and not the acquired one. Just makes things easier and happier for us. So I really love the point, and that's my takeaway and something to practice actually. Yes, would anyone like to share anything, or should we proceed with the meditation?
Upper there is an announcement for Sunday session.
Yes, sister. Yeah. So on Sunday session, that is the 22nd of May, we have Arif Bhai, and he has told us to reflect last week's Murlis and write down our responses to some of the questions which he has posed. So the first is, what is the one direction that Baba gave you that you feel you would like to implement in your life? Second, how are you going to practice it? And the third, what virtues or point of self-respect you will need to help you succeed? And fourth, how do you feel having gone through this exercise? So I'll just put these questions on the group so that you all can refer to these questions. Yeah. Yeah. So these are the questions for the Sunday's buffer day session. All right, then we'll move on to the meditation. And for today, instead of any commentary, let us just be in this consciousness, this awareness, being connected to the Father, the feeling of being an instrument of the Father, His right hand, and seeing all of the souls in their original form and carrying out service every second. Om Shanti. Thank you, everyone. See you all tomorrow at 5:30. Om Shanti. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister. Thank you.
Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you very much.